ladies and gentlemen, it's Jordan, and yes, I have a face mask on and a pore strip. It's just been that kind of day today. I'm not having it. I'm not good. So, and it's 1:45 in the afternoon, so this is what's happening. I have no classes anymore today. So, this is how I feel. This is what's happening. You're gonna have to live with it. This is also a face mask that starts lightening up as it dries, so if you think you're seeing just color shifts and you think the video is broken or something like that, it's not. It's just the mask. But, today's video, we are talking about money. Now, you know the saying, money makes the world go round. A lot of us wish it didn't. A lot of us don't think it should to begin with, and probably shouldn't in some cases, but sadly, that's just the reality of the world we live in currently. Money is everywhere. You need money to live, pretty much. And, you know, people have jobs. People get money in all strange ways. They have jobs or in normal ways. Some people steal. Some people don't necessarily have jobs, but they get money from, like, selling stuff on eBay or Etsy, or hell, selling it off the street if you're one of those. But there are all kind of ways to make money for yourself, whether it's a normal job or otherwise. But sometimes that's just not how it works. Or it is how it works, but it's harder for some people to earn money or get a job or something than others. Take a college student, for example, like me or anyone else. We are capable of being in college and having jobs either near the college we live at or going back home to work whenever we go home. But some of us don't, whether it's because we don't want to or because it's harder for us to get jobs depending on where we are. I live in a very small town. Not much is here. You want anything like major, you're gonna have to go in the other cities outside of this one. And jobs included. You can get jobs in the city because there are fast food. You can get jobs Walmart. Fast food, Walmart. There's gas stations that I know some people who work at around here. But of course, if you want if you want to look for something else, especially like retail wise or something like that, you're gonna have to leave the city. But it's hard for some people to do that in our situation. Either we have too many classes, or even if we don't have that many, they're either spread out to a point where there's no consistent time to work other than the weekend, and a lot of people want their weekends free. If they don't have like a 9-to-5 job that is off on weekends, that's kind of what they have to do. Also, sorry if my phone goes off at all during this. I'm making sure I can hear it go off, that way if Matt messages me I can answer. And that's the kind of situation I'm in, because there aren't really many places to work, like I said, off campus that don't involve fast food. Or if there are, you'd have to leave the city area, and people are willing to, but no one really wants to drive that far. It's not too far, but it's far enough to where we don't really want it. I could work on campus, but again, that's more like food, kind of like fast food in my opinion, and no one really wants that either. And then it's just, I just don't really have a way to make money that I want to do. And the only job I kind of actually wanted to get, I can't apply for. Because one of the requirements is to work during the summer. And when I mentioned that to my mom, she said, we could pay for a summer class, but not for your housing up there. I don't have a place to stay up here. Meaning, once classes end and it's time for everyone to leave, I have to leave with them to go back home. And kind of stuck because I couldn't work there. So I didn't even apply just because I don't think they'd let me. Now, the problem is that I was in a good mood this morning. I was fine. I woke up, talked to Matt. It was great. And then I get a text from my mom saying, "Do you have a job yet?" Does anyone want to hear that from their parents just ever? Not just in the situations I'm in, but is that really the first thing you want to hear from your parent when they first message you in the morning was, "Did you get a job yet?" No. So of course I'm confused. I'm like, no, why? Why does it matter? And of course I have a debit card and a credit card. What the credit card is supposed to be used for is pretty much anything dealing with my car. And that's it. So paying for gas, as well as if like I wreck it or get hit or something, that's the car, or need something like wipers or something, that's what I would use to pay for it. Debit cards for everything else. Food, groceries, stupid stuff I want to spend money on, that type deal. And I get the message, because here's the thing, I don't have a job right now, which is why I mentioned jobs and money. I don't have one currently. I'm here doing classes. I have no money. Or no money that I make for myself. Mom sometimes puts money on my debit card, that way I can use that for stuff. The problem is, every time I go shopping for groceries, I know it's going to be more than what's on the card. Meaning, or I try not to, but it's going to be a lot. Either all of it or a lot of the money that Mom gave me to spend on some groceries. So I don't use that. I use the credit card for that instead, because that way I can make sure I can get everything that I pick up and put in the cart, because I don't know. And I was using it for fast food every now and then, but she texted me about that. I was like, okay, I'll stop, and I did. I used my debit card to pay for any fast food I got, and that's fine. And for some like small groceries, like if I go to Dollar Tree or something like that, Dollar General. But when the first thing is that you need to get a job to make your own money. That way you can use it to pay for groceries and other stuff. She said to stop using the credit card for groceries, because there's not much credit on there left. And it's harder to pay it when you keep spending, or pay off the card when you keep spending money through it. And I get it. Like, I know that I shouldn't be using that card for all of that, but I have no way to do it. Plus, I live in a dorm, I have a stove, I have a refrigerator and cabinets and stuff. I have food here. And I do use that sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Or I buy extra things that might be okay, like to kind of make me somewhat healthy or feel better, like fruits or some vegetables and stuff like that to eat. And once again, I don't use the debit card, because if I don't have enough, I'm going to look like a damn fool. Having however much money I have to pay left, and I can't do anything. Do I put what wasn't scanned back? Do I just leave all the stuff there, get the money back, and go home? What do I do? I don't know. But got that message, and then immediately my day was awful. Because, trust me, I get it, and I know it would be a lot worse if I was the one, like, paying the cards off myself. I'm not. She's doing it. So I have it better than most people who have a credit card and have to pay that off themselves. I get it. I'm not doing so bad. But it's one of those where either because of class, don't want to work, there's nowhere around here want to work, and also don't give me that. I know sometimes you don't like the certain job you have, or you just don't want to work in general, or you don't like the places that are around that are hiring. I get in some people, you gotta suck it up anyway. I get that. But it's one of those where I just don't. Like, I know what I would want to do for a job currently, like, until I actually graduate and can use my degree for something. But any of those jobs are just too hard to get to. And I mean that in, like, a different way. It's hard to explain. They're either too hard to get to, or, like I said, the one job I was actually willing to do, I can't fucking apply for it anyway because I can't be here. I'm not going to be here when they want me to. And that's not entirely my fault. I would rather stay here and be here, but I can't. And another thing that upsets me about this is she didn't have to go through any of this. Like I am. She didn't have to go through it at my age at the very least. She was in the military. And while I am proud to be a military brat, and so thankful for all the people who decide that that's what they want to do with a good portion of their life is to serve our country, and I'm so thankful for that, I did not want to do that with my life. I wanted to be able to control myself when I moved and where to and what I did with my life as opposed to that. As well as, again, grateful for the ones that are willing to die for this country. I'm not. And you can't shame me because there's a lot of people like that who are just like, I'm thankful for the people that can do it. But it's because they're thankful because they sure as hell can't. And I'm one of those people. I'm not going to do it. So I didn't want to do that with my life. She, as soon as she graduated, went off to the military. So from 18 till whenever she retired, I forgot. 18. She retired at what, 38? 38 years old? 20 years? Yeah. Till then, that's what she did. She got paid a good bit. Downside was, like I said, she was told when to move and where. And that sucked for me, which she's always, like, apologized for and stuff like that. Which, I'm fine with it now. I'm an adult. We're good. But it's not something I want to do with my life. Her doing that, she didn't go to college. She did, but after she retired, where she was already grown, old enough to, and learned enough to figure out how to make life work, going to school, I think online, I think she did. She went somewhere for a while, and then I think she started online classes. I'm not sure. But she was old enough to figure out how to do that and still, like, raise a kid, be alright. I started off at college right off the bat. Meaning, I haven't been set with a job since 18 years old. I mean, I had a job beforehand, but I quit that because it was not shady, but crappy stuff going on there. But I came straight into college. I didn't have a job set from when I was 18 to when I retired. I go to classes every day. I have extracurriculars I've had to do, like I said, these past 3 years, marching band, and just other music-related stuff. I have a music fraternity I'm in, and there's all this stuff going on. Well, yes, I know I need a job. Not only that, like I said, we're in a small town. Either all the jobs, like, here in the surrounding areas are already taken, or they're jobs that I just don't want to do. And like I said, people don't want to work, and sometimes they do, and you do it anyway because you need it. But there are some that I'm just like, with me in certain situations, I don't need some high-stress job along with all these classes I'm trying to pass, because I literally failed all of one semester, and it screwed me a little bit. So I don't need that along with a stressful fast food job, or any job for that matter. And like I said, there are things that I am totally fine with doing, and I know I can make money off of it, but it's hard to do that. It's hard to start doing that certain job to begin with. Or it's one of those where you have to pay first before you can start making money. And once again, I don't have the money to pay that. And when I mentioned it to Mom, she's like, I'm not paying that. Like, it's not that I don't want to work. I do, but there's just certain conditions with me where I can't handle working in a stressful environment or going or driving very far to a job and then trying to drive back after I'm done. It's just, and I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to, and it's a whole big can of worms, but the point is, for me, I can't do that. And I'm not going to be entirely mad because, of course, I'm not saying anything. I've literally ignored her all day since she texted me. She called me twice. I haven't called her back yet, and I don't plan to. I'm not feeling it. But it's still just one of those where she's been around me enough to where I guess she could kind of get it. But maybe she doesn't. Or even if she gets it, it's one of those where she doesn't care and knows I need to. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Can't help you. I would like... And she raised me good enough. Like, I know that how important, like, having a job is and money and stuff. Like, you raised me better than your sister raised her kids. I know how that stuff works. I know how it works. I know what I'm supposed to do or need to do and how important it is. I know. But I just can't function with it. And it sucks because I wish I could. I wish I were like some of my other friends. I wish I were like some other people in the world who can. But I can't. Or at least not now. And I just don't know what I'm going to end up doing. These are one of the situations where I wish money didn't matter. Because if that were the case, and it's not all her fault, I'm not going to say she needs to get a better job. She wants a better one, but like I said, if I had a job, I could pay for shit myself, and I wouldn't need help, and she wouldn't have to constantly worry about me wasting the credit card or worry about me not having food money. But I'm a different person. It's not like I said, it's not like I don't want to work. It's just the jobs that are available are too stressful for me to try and deal with. In more ways than one. Like I said, not going to explain, but some of you who watch this who know me will get it. So, if money didn't make the world go round, how do you think this world would be? If we stopped classifying things by how much money we had or how much something costs, how would the world adapt to it? If money didn't matter anymore, how would people handle it? You got rich people who would be like, I have money, I'm important. It's like, we don't care about your money. You're nothing at that point. We have the ones in poverty, or maybe not poverty, but still struggling a little bit, that would be able to get the things they would need, or be able to live their life without having to constantly stress about, do I have enough to pay for this? Do I have enough to buy this place? Do I have enough for yada yada yada? Honestly, it might be better for everyone. But that's not how it works, and I'm stuck because I love my mom, and if, like I said, she raised me right. I know where she's coming from, and I know. But I just don't want to think about that right now. I don't want to work right now. And it's kind of me being lazy. But it's not just me being lazy. It's just, there's nothing that is making me want to work. Even the fact that, like I said, I have no money and need to get a job to use my debit card to pay for stuff. Not even that's motivating me to want to work. It should. It's like a scare tactic thing, right? It should work saying that, but it doesn't. So if I'm not even motivated to work when I'm literally not going to be able to pay for food and stuff soon, because like I said, I can't use my credit card for it, then what the hell is going to motivate me to work? Because it's not going to be... There's one thing that's making me want to work, but even that, and it's not its fault, it's just, that's not enough to make me want to go through hell here, working. I tried having a job last spring, and it literally... I felt awful. Jobs do that to you sometimes, but the fact it does it every day you go there, no one wants to work like that. No one should be working like that. It'd be different if, like, you were happy being at work every now and then, or you were fine with it and you can stand it every now and then. But every day going to work, literally dreading it, that's not good for anyone. I don't care how strong you are and how much you're willing to handle. If you hate going to work every time you have to go in, you don't need to be there. You need to find something you're actually willing to do, or find somewhere that is easier for you to do. And none of that is here for me. I hate to say it, and I wish I was kidding. I'm not. None of that's here for me to want to do. There was one thing I was willing to do, but I can't even do that now because we have no money to pay for me to stay up here. We have the money to afford having a summer class, but it had to be online. So in that case, what's the point? Ugh. Believe it or not, I am fine. Face mask and pore strip is making me feel a little bit better about life, but it just sucks because it makes me upset. Not just that I'm not, like, motivated to do it, no matter, like, what the situation is, but the fact that... I have messages, wait. I don't want to be like that, but I'll take a look. Yeah. Please get a job to pay for your other things. She never had to do what I did. And when she finally did, she was old enough and understood she was older and knew and was smart enough to know what to do. She doesn't... These are going to be one of those situations where you're just like, I was you once. No, you weren't. You weren't me once. You were in the military for 20 years. You started military at 18. I started college at 18 and have an entirely different setup, way of thinking, state of mind, and life than you did when you were my age. Everything is entirely different, so I don't want to hear... I doubt she'll say it. If she does, I'm gonna call her on her bullshit. Because we did not have the same life at my age. You were off in another country by this time, probably. And I'm here sitting in a dorm room worrying about passing college. Not worrying about passing college, just passing my classes for the semester because I want to pass college. I want to get out of here. And not just by dropping out, I want to actually make it. And I know I need money, but it's not that easy. It's never been that easy, even when I did try. I know she's my mom and she wants to make sure that we're not spending any more money than we need to. But sorry. I'm fine. I'm better. Thank you for coming to my TikTok. Money sucks. Can we literally just burn it? I'm fucking done with money. I'm sick of hearing anything about money. I'd be better off just cutting up my card and see, then what? Now what are you gonna do, bitch? Don't want me to spend money? Okay. I can't spend money for everything. I can't pay for gas to get home. Ha! I don't want to go home. I honestly just want to stay up here because every time I go home, I hate being there. And I wish it wasn't like that. But I'm just unhappy being home sometimes. A lot of the time. I can't be the only one. You're happy to see all your friends from home. And of course you're happy to see your family for a little while, but something always ruins it. Does it not? I can't be the only one that thinks this. Something always ruins you being home. And it always comes from one of them. Well, if I could stay up here, I would. But I can't. Although, I don't have to be back till, late April, and it's January 23rd. So, I got a decent amount of time left to enjoy being in my bubble. Being in my bubble away from my family, and just being with my college friends, my fiance, any other of my friends back home who want to visit, or I just come home to see. But, yeah. But, again, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'll be alright. Today's just been one of those days, and I don't think it's just that's making me upset. It's also, raining, and I think every time it rains, I have a mental breakdown, and it needs to stop happening. I think every time it rains, I have a mental breakdown, and it's not great, because this same day, today's Thursday. Thursday of last week, I had a full-on meltdown all damn day. That I literally took a nap because of it. I'm gonna try and stay awake, because I don't need to be sleeping like that, but maybe I won't have to. Love you guys. Comment, subscribe, do what you want. And hopefully it'll be nicer next one. Talk to you next time. See ya.